I'm going to post these after 2 days after each other. I might post 3 today, or I might post 1 tomorrow, but I'm going to try to do it a day apart. So if it's Monday, I'll post it on Wednesday if you guys like it. I'm just depending on how many views I get in a day. Cause yeah. But we left off in a small town, and he's heading to Rice Land, or Rice Village, the land of rice. So he has to venture across the central part of the Fire Nation, Land of Fire, which is home to the Buddhas, which he hopes he can get some food from there. And then he has to head towards the right, passing through some small villages, or towns, when I say villages. You grab food, portable food, and some tools, and he will be right there. So he'll be on his journey. On his journey, he would come across some kid in the forest with a wrapped up arm. This wrapped up arm kid would turn and would see Naruto. They would be the same age and the same height, but Naruto would notice his one purple eye and one black eye, while the kid would notice Naruto's both purple eyes, and they would feel a sort of chakra pull from each other. Of course, Naruto would walk past him and wouldn't care no mind to him, walking straight into the temple. Here, he'll walk in, knocking on it, and he would close his eyes, since he's used to doing this. Since his eyes are clear, clearly seen to be the power of chaos. Purple eyes, with a black eye and all that, which he still has. So you close them, and you come there. He would talk to the man who in Shippuden he was friends with, Asuna. Yeah, Asuna. And so he would ask them, oh my god, not at a time like this. He would ask him if he can stay here for a while, which he would ask, why is a kid your age here? In the first place, where is your mother and father? Where'd you come from? And Naruto would simply reply that I'm from the Leaf Village, and I'm by myself, you could say. Which, he would look at him, so you're from the Leaf Village, and why you're not there? Why you're by yourself? Of course, he would say, there's a simple reason. Reason is that I was banished. So yeah. Sorry about that annoying ticking sound. I'm literally gonna break that fire thing. I just don't have batteries for it. It's bullcrap, right? I say this a couple times because somebody finally commented on it. I was hoping you guys couldn't hear it, but yeah. But of course, the man would look at him skeptical, and he would give him some food. But while Naruto's there, he would see as the same kid that he's seen with the purple eye would walk with his both eyes open, which you'd think, so he's from here. Does he not, judging how he looked at me when he seen my eyes, he knows what these are, so why didn't he never close it? He must be from here. Of course, the boy would see him and would kind of be startled. And that's whenever the leader of the area that knew Asa would say that's Sora. And all that. And you must know what those eyes are, right? And Naruto would look at him, open one of his eyes open, showing his eyes, but with a black version of it. Because Sora's is still white. Which this would surprise the man. Would think no wonder he was banished and all that. He must have did something. And he'd stay there. And Naruto, he would talk to Sora a couple times, asking him this one question every time. How do you have those eyes? The same minds. Which Sora would keep on avoiding the question. But Naruto would spend enough time there that he would finally get into some sparring against him. Of course, Naruto has no skill in fighting, and Sora does, but what would happen is that people notice that Naruto seemingly has the ability, finally opens his eyes, showing his eyes of chaos, and would show that he's able to use it fairly easily, which they would look at him the same way that they look at Sora, which Sora would be more in combat since the leader of all of them would tell Naruto not to use that ability, sparring. Of course, he would get beat up, and he declares from that day that he wouldn't leave until he could take him down. Which he learns that they study a very honest fighting style, you could say. Which he says this to the leader, saying in a real battle, it's pretty useless, there's no tricks. People can easily tell what you're doing. If you try to be sneaky, it'll just leave you vulnerable. But he says that's true. That's why you shouldn't just go after our style. You should just train on your own. I know a friend from the Leaf Village, but he wouldn't come here. I'm pretty sure, should be doing stuff. So, Naruto would stay there for 3 months, training and fighting on his own. And then it comes back to a spar day. Sora says, "You ready to get your butt kicked again?" And Naruto says, "Sure." But it comes down to it with Naruto beating Sora. And would go to leave, but it would come to Sora getting hurt enough that his power of chaos would activate. And this is why in the priestess heads of the leader of the priests, or the Buddhas and all that, would think that I shouldn't let him sparred. His power activates whenever he gets injured enough. This is bad. And of course his power is weakened, but the power that he holds right now would be enough to create a animal being. He can't control the stuff around him how Naruto can, but he would create a animal, which Naruto would quickly use his power of chaos to rip it out of him, which would deplete his arm and his eye would turn back to normal, and he would gain the power from him. And the cat that he created would turn into a small cat, since the power is still there, but with Naruto. And Naruto would name this cat Kath. And they would go off. So, you guys get who that is. If you even watched the last season of Seven Deadly Sins, or Natsu no Taisen. I keep on saying, never mind. I'm just trying not to say something wrong. But we already seen Calf before, but if you guys know what the manga's up to, it's not going to be like that. Just to tell you, it's going to be a normal cat thingy monster. I don't know. But yeah. But with this time gone by, he'll be on his way with Calf. Of course, he would think that's Calf strange and all that. But before he leaves, since he says that he's leaving after he beats him, the priest would thank him, or I keep on saying priest, but I know he's like a Buddha person. But the leader would thank him and tell him that you should keep that creature next to you, since it could be useful in the future. And so yeah. So if you're wondering, the Nine Tails is still there. He just doesn't show up in his brain all the time, since his powers are in the chaos, and the chaos doesn't form in an actual appearance like the actual power. So that's what the state the Nine Tails in. He's just inside of Naruto's head right now. So yeah. But Naruto and Calf would walk. Naruto would be given some weapons on his way. He would cross this land, and he would be going through a jungle, and he would find a weird little opening to an area which he would walk down to, and he would walk into the area with some magical powers. I don't know why this happens, but it would light up with fire. It'll be an open area with snake pillars, which he would mark down on the map and would walk up and leave it since there's nothing there. Essentially, he just found a Orochimaru's headquarters, you could say. Walking again, he would cross into the area close to where the land of rice is, landing into a small village or a small town where there will be a festival at. And yeah, this is where I think I'll end it off. No, I think I have a little bit. So, the festival that's being held